Thank you very much for your support. I just want to thank this table right here for my core of my campaign who believes in really a cause that's greater than me and stood by me. I am not a career politician. I'm a mathematician, a professor, and a researcher, and currently in a PhD program. But like Heather said, why do we do what we do? It's because it's always the right time to do the right thing. My incumbent has run unopposed since 2012. A Democrat has not run against him. And in July 31st, 2012, in my own life, I found out that the man I was sitting next to was making thousands of more dollars than I did. Regardless of the fact that I had 2 master's degrees and had been there longer, he was taking more money home to his family. In California, a Latina has the greatest wage gap. We could cut the poverty rate of women in half if we could just pay them fairly. My employer said, we're paying you less, Aileen, because you were making less. For over 50 years, the Equal Pay Act has not closed the gender wage gap. Women have been making less. And if you use that against me, you will perpetuate a wage gap that will continue forever. We'll never close that. So it's been almost 6 years fighting my case through all the court systems. And finally, on April 9th, the Ninth Circuit agreed. You cannot pay a woman less if she's making less. And now the whole Ninth Circuit, all the states, millions of women now have a fair chance when they go to get married. I realized very early on that my case was not about me, that it was about all the women whose voices were not being heard. Women who have come to this country, some of them, for a new life, who have been criminalized even today and their children are being taken away from them. I can't fathom that thought. And so it takes each of us to make a difference for all of us. And I realized that very early on, and I started advocating with legislatures at the Sacramento, because what Congress has been slow to do, we can do it here. And so we passed some of the strongest equal pay bills in the nation. And one of the lobby days, I was walking by my incumbent's office, and the person we were following on that lobby day said, oh, don't even waste your time and go in there. And I said, but he's my representative. And she said, well, you can go in there if you want. I went in there and I told him my story. And he said, oh, there's going to be frivolous lawsuits. And I said, do you know how much money it takes to retain a lawyer? How many women have that choice? If we can make employers accountable, we can give women fair wages. We're talking about families. 40% of households depend on a working woman's paycheck. He voted no for those bills. And so I started investigating what else does he vote no for. Environmental things, 0% voting score. Workers' rights, 8%. So I would not stand by and let him go unopposed again. When I said someone needs to run against him and someone said, what about you? I said, okay, I'll do it. That's not what my intention is, but my intention is to make a difference. That's why I started fighting for equal pay long ago. And that's why we'll continue to do that. So I need your support in any way possible. I hope that we can change the seat and get voices heard, because the picture is more beautiful when we're all in it. And a lot of people have been torn out of that picture lately. And our voices haven't been heard. And I hope that I can come and say, I want to hear you. I want to represent you. I want to problem solve for you, because I've been doing that most of my life. And I want to make a difference where we can make a difference. When things seem impossible, that's when we need to fight harder, because change happens out of our comfort zone. And we're all stepping out right now, and we're ready to fight. And I thank you for your support.